Hey, I'm Abby from watchJojo, and today we're going to be taking a look at how much you should spend on a wedding ring. There's a few things to keep in mind when you're buying a ring, so let's jump right into it. 2-month salary rule, how it started and should you follow it? A lot of people like to follow the 2-month salary rule. This basically states that how much you make in 2 months is how much you should spend on a wedding ring. But should you follow this? You may choose to, but it's becoming less and less of the norm. This is because a lot of people are figuring out where the rule came from. In the 1930s, luxury jewelry giant De Beers launched a marketing campaign in an attempt to draw buyers during the Great Depression, using its famous new slogan, "A diamond is forever." This was used to depict their product as a priceless, timeless tradition. In the 1980s, De Beers started the 2-month salary campaign, asking potential customers to connect the amount of money they were willing to spend on the worth of their relationship. So all in all, a lot of people still follow this rule, but just know that by doing so, you are feeding a marketing campaign that has been around for nearly 40 years. How much is your significant other expecting? A big factor is knowing what your lover wants. As much as it would be nice to walk into the jewelry store and pick one out with a blindfold on, it may be better to find out if it's something she'd want to keep wearing. There's all kinds of rings and all kinds of diamonds. You may find out that she doesn't really want that super expensive combination of styles after all. If you want some hints from the recipient herself, she may just send you screenshots of rings she'd liked on Instagrams or some inspiration from her favorite celebrities. But if you'd rather decide for yourself without her knowing, talk to her friends and family because there's a good chance she's let them in on some of her favorite looks over the years. Wedding versus ring. Which one do you want to spend more money on? A lot of people nowadays are focusing not so much on the ring, but more on the memories of a wedding. So let's name off a few prices involved with a wedding. The average price of a wedding ring is $5,000 US. The average price of a wedding dress is $1,100 US. The average price of a wedding as a whole is $35,329 US. So the big thing to take into consideration is that it may be more beneficial to look at it as a whole. Do you want a fancy piece of jewelry to help your lover remember the special day? Or maybe you want to throw a fantastic wedding, so you can take part of the funding you put towards the ring and throw it as extra towards the ceremony. Maybe the honeymoon is the most important factor for the two of you, so you decide to spend less on the ring and more on a trip of a lifetime. Bottom line, how much? So let's cut to the chase. All in all, how much should you spend? If you're extremely uncertain, you can follow the average as a safety net and spend $5,000. But it's important to look at the average for what it is, an average based on different salaries. Your salary can mean a lot of things, the main thing being your price range. Take Kim Kardashian's $4 million ring, for example. It's out of an average person's price range, but easily a price fit for a rich celebrity. When you're ring shopping, take one simple rule into account. Spend what you can afford. The last thing you want is starting off a marriage with unnecessary debt. So here we are, the mystery price of that special moment unraveled. If you're planning on getting married, let us know how much you're planning on spending. If you're already married, how much was spent on either you or your partner? Let us know down below in the comments. I'm Abby from watchJojo, and thanks for watching.